Welcome guys to Pikama Stitches. Today we're going to be making this beautiful two-piece set crop top with shorts. Okay, kindly like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys. Let's get right into the tutorial. Welcome guys, we're going straight into the tutorial. I have this beautiful ankara print. Okay, I'm working with 3 yards for both the top part and the lower part. So now what will determine your fold is your hip circumference divided by 4 plus 7 to 8 inches. Okay, it's fine, including your sewing allowance, your crotch extension. Okay, so I have mine here. My hip is 45 divided by 4, that's 11.2, and then I added, let me confirm that. Okay, I have 7.5 inches. Okay, but you can do up to 8 inches, it's okay. Okay, but minimum should be 5-6 inches. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do now, from the top I'm going to be marking half of an inch. I hope this chalk is visible enough for us. Okay, I'm going to be marking half inch. Now this half inch is going to be serving as our allowance to join the upper part to the lower part. Okay, so go ahead and connect this into a straight line. Good. So from that mark, that's where all our markings is going to be starting from. Sorry, I couldn't find any other color of chalk for now, but I hope just follow what I'm doing and you will get it. Okay, now what will determine your waistband is your elastic. Okay, I'm working with a 1-inch elastic. So what I'm going to be doing is this: my waistband is going to be 2 inches. Okay, so half inch will be for ease. Okay, on the waistband. So I'm going to be marking, subtracting 1.5. So that 1.5 should rest on this your half inch mark. Please, I hope you're seeing this closely. Okay, sorry guys, I want you guys to see what I'm doing closely. So I'm marking my 1.5-inch elastic and placing it on this half inch mark. So from there we're going to be taking all our other measurements. So for this pants that has elastic, you don't need your hip measurements, it's not necessary. All you need is your crotch depth. So to get your crotch, it's your hip circumference divided by 4. So for me, if 45 divided by 4 is 11.2. So I'm going to go ahead and mark 11.2. Okay. I'll go ahead and extend this line as well. Please, I sincerely apologize for the chalk I have to use because I can't find any other color for now. So please bear with me. Okay, so these are crotch depth. Okay, so the next thing is the full length of our pants, still subtracting your 1.5. Okay, so the full length of my pants is going to be 22 inches. Okay, 21 is the full length, 1 inch is for hemming allowance. Okay, so what I have here is the exact full length of my pants. So we're going to go ahead and start taking our marking. So at the waistline here, automatically this becomes our waistline. You're going to mark your hip circumference divided by 4. Okay, we're using our hip, not our waist, because of the elastic. We want this to be really ruched. I don't know if the English is correct. Please tell me in the comments. Okay, so I'm marking my hip divided by 4 on my waistline, and then I'm going to be adding 4 inches to that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and connect this into a straight line. I'm connecting it to my crotch depth. Can you see what we have? Okay, I'm connecting it in a straight line. So to get my crotch extension, I'm going to divide my hip circumference by 20. Okay, so my hip circumference divided by 20, I'm going to be having 2.25. Okay, this line doesn't look straight to me. Let me just cross check. Okay, plus 4 inches. Okay, but as much. Okay, So always cross check your measurements, okay? So this is a straight line. So from this angle here, the straight line I drew from here to here, I'm going to be marking my 2.25, okay? My 2.25, and then I can come upwards by 1 inch or 2 inches in order to get an accurate curve, or you can use your pattern ruler, okay, to get this curve accurately. I hope you understand. So on the waistline, mark your hip circumference divided by 4 plus 4 inches. Mark the same thing at the crotch line, extend it into a straight line, and now to get your crotch extension, you're going to divide your hip by 20, and whatever you have from this mark, mark it out, and that's it. So at the full length, it depends on you. It depends on how free you want it. If you want it to be straight, you can just take it straight down, or you can subtract from it, okay? So what I have here is 18 inches, okay? So I don't want it to be that full, so I can do 15 inches. 15 inches is just fine. So meaning I subtracted 3 inches from what I had. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect this, okay? So can you see what I have there? And that's it for the front part. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. It's as simple as that. So if you've not liked this video, kindly go ahead to like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Okay. So can you see what we have here for the front? And then I'm going to go ahead and fold for us to cut out. So I've gone ahead, guys, to fold for my back, okay? So for the back piece, you need to add minimum of 3 to 4 inches to what the total you had on the front, okay? So what I have here is 21.3 inches, okay? Remember, for the front, we did hip divided by 4, and I added 7.5, remember. But what I have here is 10 inches, okay, because the back is going to be wider. And then for the width, you need to add minimum 1.5 inch, okay, 1.5 to 1 inch, okay, for the width of the back. So I'm going to bring in my front, and I'm going to lay it over the back. Now while I'm laying this, I'm going to ensure that I have minimum 1 inch at this point. And then at this crotch extension, that I have the exact crotch extension we used for our front. Remember, we used 2.2 inches. So you ensure you have minimum of 2.2 inches. After this point, you measure your 2.2. Can you see what I have there? And then you ensure you have minimum of 1 inches at this point, okay? So I'll make sure this is well aligned, and that's it. Then at the upper part also, you need to align them at the lower part, and then you ensure you have minimum 1.5. If your hip is bigger than this, okay, you can add 2 inches, but I have 1.5 here. Then if you're on the smaller hip, you can use 1 inches, okay? So that's all the difference we're going to be having between the front and the back. Make sure everything is laying flat and well aligned. So the first thing we're going to be doing is this. From this point, I'm going to come inward by 1 inch. Okay, please watch. From here, where the front stops, I'm marking 1 inch inside. Okay, inwards. And then I'm going to go ahead and extend this front crotch line so it will be a guide to me. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and mark from this extension. I'll go ahead and mark my 2.25, which is the edge of this fabric. So what I'll do is this, I'll lift this up, and then I'll connect from here. You don't want it to be too deep, okay? Connect this to this. Do you understand? This is for the back. Connect this in a slanted manner, Okay, so can you see what we have? So when we lay this back, this is what we have for the back. Then at this part, I'm going to come upwards by 1.5, which is exactly what I have here, and I'm going to connect this in a slanted manner back to this front waist line. So go ahead and connect yours, okay, in a slanted manner. Beautiful. So this is what we have, okay. Because of our butts, that's why we're adding this, okay, so that it doesn't go inside. Okay, so now this 1 inch we added is a replacement for this 1 inch we came in by to avoid shortage. So I won't cut it, I'll just slash this open. That's why I asked us to leave this allowance. Okay, now this inner part, what I'm going to go ahead and do, you can add 1 inch or 1.5 inches. Okay, I'll just do 1 inch, 1 inch, and then I'll connect it all the way. Can you see what we have here? And that's all for the back. Okay, can you see what we have? So watch closely. I'm going to cut this out. Now make sure this lower part is well aligned. Okay, go ahead and cut. Now go ahead and cut out the back. Okay, can you see what we have? So the next thing we're going to do is to slash this open. Our 1 inch space, we'll slash this open. Beautiful. Okay, so we're done. I'm just going to go ahead and align this lower part. Make sure everything is lined flat and nice. Okay, so this is what we have for both front and back. So you see that the back will be wider. Okay, can you see what we have here? So what I'm going to go ahead to do is this. I'm going to be attaching a pocket to this. Okay, go ahead and open up the front piece. Okay, now slash this open carefully. Beautiful. So go ahead and slash it open carefully. Okay, now when you place everything back, this is what we have for both the front and the back. Okay, it's as easy as that. So we're going to be attaching a pocket to this. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to come down from the front pocket, make sure everything is aligned. Okay, you need to align this part. Okay, and I'm going to come downwards by 1 inch. Okay, at this side, I'm marking my 1 inch, and I'm going to go ahead and notch this. Okay, this is where I'm going to be attaching my pocket, so it will serve as a guide for me. Okay, this is where my pocket opening is going to start from. So for our pockets, I'm going to cut our pocket. I have this fabric on fold of 2, and I'm going to fold this into 4. I'm going to use a very simple pocket for this. So what you do is you place your hand on it and just follow the shape of your hand. Can you see what I have here? Follow the shape of your hand. Now at this opening, you should have minimum 7 inches. Okay, so this is my 7 inches. Okay, and the length here, the length from here, I have 10.5. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Sorry. So this is a very simple method. Okay, so for you to use in cutting out your pockets. Can you see? So you go ahead and open this part up, okay, and open this up. So we have our 4 pockets ready, okay, 2 for one part, 2 for the other part. Go ahead and bring in your shot. Remember we notched, okay, where our pocket is going to be. So these are our front pieces. I'll go ahead and join the crotch so that I don't get confused. So guys, I've gone ahead to join both front and back crotch with half of an inch. Okay, so this is our front piece. Can you see what we have? Okay, when this is opened up, and these are back pieces. Can you see what we have when it's opened up? So now our notch will be a guide for us. So we're going to bring in our pockets. Remember we have 4 pieces. You're going to pick one, right sides facing each other. From this notched part, you're going to stitch it down. Pick another part, do the same thing to this side, right sides facing each other. You're going to attach these two to the other pieces the same way. So I'm done joining our pockets. Okay, can you see what we have here? Okay, I stitched it down, right sides facing each other on both sides. So when you open this up, this is what you have, okay, on both sides. So you go ahead and open this up. So what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be placing our shorts right sides facing each other. You can also work with your pins. We're going to be using 1/2 inch sewing allowance on both sides. So align your pocket, okay. You can go ahead and pin this down, okay. So you will join from the waist, you come down, sew inwards round the pocket, back to this part, sew inwards 1/2 of an inch since that's a sewing allowance, and sew all the way to the hem. I hope you understand. You can use your pins, okay. You can pin it down, okay. So from the top 1/2 of an inch and come down by 1/2 of an inch, sew inwards round the pocket, and then when you come back to this point, ensure everything is well aligned, come inwards by 1/2 of an inch and sew all the way down. I'll do same for this part. Then when I'm done with that, you're going to align the crotch, okay. Align the front crotch and the back crotch. Ensure this line matches each other. You can also pin this down, and what you're going to do is this: you sew from the center to one leg of your shirt, from the center to the other leg of the shirt. So I'll go ahead and do all of this and show us what we have. So guys, I'm done with stitching in our pockets, joining the sides and also the crotch, okay. Can you see what we have here? So I wanted to show us this quickly before I turn this over. At this part of the pocket, okay, so your pocket can lay flat, you're going to notch in a slanted manner, okay. Notch carefully. You're going to do the same thing at the top part and at the lower part. Can you see what I have? If I go ahead to search this up, okay, go ahead and notch. Can you see the corners where I'm notching? So your pockets can relax, okay. Can you see what we have at this corner? Can you see what we have here? So when you turn this to the right part, your pocket is going to relax very nicely on you. So can you see our pockets? Well relaxed and beautiful, okay. I'm loving this already, okay. Our shirt is coming together. I'm going to go ahead and give this a good press, okay. So can you see what we have? Our pocket is sitting pretty, everything well aligned. Such is inside as though there's nothing in it, but your pocket is sitting pretty inside, okay. remember to iron. Okay, I'll go ahead and iron this and even my crotch area. Okay, iron it flat. Now this is our back. Okay, so what we're going to be doing next is this. For the waist, okay, my waist is 39 inches, so you're going to measure what you have here. So this will guide you on how to cut your waist band. Okay, can you see what we have here? So what I'm going to do is this. I'll go and measure this round. Okay, I'll measure this round. This is 28 inches on just this part. So 28 plus 28, that will be 50. So that will give us 56 inches. So we're going to be cutting out a long waistband of 56 inches, and then the length of it, the length of the waistband is going to be 2 inches. Okay, remember our elastic is a 1 inch elastic and we'll need half inch to join this. So on fold we're going to be cutting 4 inches waistband. Okay, 4 inches length waistband, half inch will be to join this together, and 1.5 will be our actual waistband, because that was what we subtracted from here. Okay, so I'll go ahead and iron this out, and then I'll iron out a waistband of 56 inches. You can do more. Then if you have any excess, you can go ahead and trim it off, and then I'll bring this back to show up. So guys, I've gone ahead to iron this out, and then I've also ironed our waistband as well. Okay, can you see what we have here? Our shirt is gradually coming out together, so beautiful. So for our waistband, we're on when it's opened, sorry, it's 4 inches, and on fold is 2 inches. Okay, so you can measure this out to confirm and ensure it's accurate. So can you see what I have here? This is 2 inches. Okay, so half inch will be to join to the waist of our shirt, and I'm gonna head to open up one side, okay, like half of an inch a side of my shirt. So I'm going to attach my waistband round my waist. Okay, right sides facing each other, you stitch, and then you use this other side to wrap it up. Okay, that's how you're going to stitch. So guys, I've gone ahead to attach the waistband. Can you see this? I'm going to search all this later. Okay, I'm going to weave it. I don't have a weaving machine. Okay, so when I go out, I'm going to weave this. Okay, so after joining this round, I've gone ahead to join on the side. Okay, and I've gone ahead also to let hem. Can you see this? I've hemmed the lower parts. Can you see our shirt? And this is the waist. So you're going to bring in your safety pin, and you're going to use your waistband, okay? Or your elastic, sorry. So I'll show us a quick one on how to do that. You can put your elastic on your waist round, okay? This is another trick I use. Put it round your waist, okay, for you to know this is enough for me, and then try to pull it down. Let it pass through your hip, and then you know that this is perfect for you without measuring. So what I'm going to do is this. Pass the elastic round. I'm done with our shirt. Can you see what we have? This is looking so beautiful. I've hemmed the lower part like I said before. Can you see what we have on the waist? Okay, can you see this? Make sure you cut out your threads. Now what I did was this, okay, after fixing in the elastic, okay, I had to sew another second line just to hold it in place. So this is how you achieve that. After stitching this, you're going to pull this as you sew. Pull your elastic like this and sew at the midpoint. Okay, that was how I achieved this second line. So our shirt is ready. So guys, if you've watched up to this point and you've not liked this video, Biko is wrong. Please kindly like. These are beautiful pockets. Like, share, subscribe. So let's go ahead and cut out our crop piece of ankara left. Okay, I'm going to be cutting both front and back together. They are both folded into two. so there won't be any zipper, okay, for them to cut out our top piece. Okay, so it's a cut together sleeve. On fold, what I have here is 16.2 inches. So I have 2 for the front, 2 for the back. And then the full length of this crop top, what I have here is 22.5 plus hemming allowance. Okay, so since we have this here, I'm going to come here and mark a neck width of 3 inches for now. And from this other part, okay, I'm going to come down. You can do 1 inch, you can do 1.5. I'm slanting down by 1.5 inches, and I'm going to connect for my shoulder slope. Can you see what we have there? So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to mark from my shoulder to my bust point. So my shoulder to bust is 11.5. I'm going to draw that out. My shoulder to waist is 18.5 inches. And then this part, this is the full length. I hope you're seeing my marking, guys. Okay? Sorry. So this is the full length of our top. So after marking this, to determine the opening, how wide you want the sleeve to be, from this slope, I'm going to come down by, say, 10 inches or 9.5, but you can decide to use your bust line. Okay, so I think I'll just use my bust line, which from the slope here, what I have here is 10.2. Okay, so on the waistline, I'm going to mark, since it's a crop top, it's going to be free. I'm going to be using my hip measurement. I'm marking all the way to the hem. My hip measurement plus 3 inches. Okay, let's say I'll do my hip measurement plus 2.5 inches. Okay, I want it to be that free. Okay, so I'm going to connect this upward, and then when I get here, I'm going to curve this. Why we're curving this is so it doesn't get too tight at that part. Okay, I'm going to curve this out. Okay, and that's it. Now for the neckline, I want a different neckline for the front, so I'm going to be using a neck width of 3.75. Okay, 3.75 for the back. I'm using 1 inch, and for the front is going to be a v-neck, so I'm using 7 inches. So I'll connect this v, and for the back is a round neck. I hope you understand. 3.75 by 7 inches for the front, 1 inch for the back. I'm going to add a little allowance to this shoulder slope. I hope it's clear. Just curve this part in and then take it all the way down, and that's it. So go ahead and cut this out. Ensure everything is well aligned. Okay, we're cutting out the back neckline for now. Okay, go ahead and cut out. I'm adding a little inch to this joining of shoulders, okay, like 1/4 of an inch. And then you're going to align the sleeve opening. Okay, ensure everything is well aligned. Okay, so can you see what we have here? Very beautiful. So lift up the first piece, which is for the front, and open up your V neck line. So that is it. This is what we have. Make sure everything is well defined. I'm trying to straighten up this part. Okay, beautiful. So this is what we have. So guys, when you open this up, this is what we have. Can you see? So beautiful. So I've checked out of fabric to use for facing. So I'll go ahead and just hem this. So hem this gently. You can start from this center, hem this, fold this 1/4 inch twice. Just do this gently, or you can fold once first, okay, round, and when you're done, fold it the second time. So I'll go ahead and do same for the back. I'll fold it into two. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to join the shoulders together. Guys, this is what we have. I'm gonna head to hem the neckline, both from front and back. Okay, I've not ironed this out yet, and I've joined the shoulders with 1/2 inch. So when you're done, this is what we'll have. Okay, so what we'll go ahead to do now is to fold in our sleeves. Okay, you fold in first with 1/4 inch to the wrong side. Okay, fold in with 1/4 inch, and then you fold in with 1/2 inch or 1 inch, and you sew it all the way down. You repeat same for this other part of the sleeve. When you're done, you're going to flip everything back together. You shape the sides, both sides, with 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch is fine. When you're done, you hem the lower parts the same way, fold in 1/4 inch, and then you fold in with 1 inch or 1/2 inch, whatever sewing allowance you left. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do all of this, and then I'll show us what we have. I'm done with doing all of that. Okay, go ahead and cut out any form of thread. Like I said, when I get to the market, I'm going to weave all of this since I don't have a weaving machine. Okay, so I've hemmed the lower part, I've joined the sides. So at this cuffed part, so it relaxes, just go ahead and notch. Okay, can you see what I'm doing here? Go ahead and notch. Okay, at this armhole area, at this cuffed part. Okay, so that your seams can relax. So I'll go ahead and turn this out to the right side. Please, if you've watched this video up to this point and you've not liked, it is well low, please kindly like. Okay, thank you so much, and leave a thumbs up, leave a like in the comment section. Tell me a next tutorial you would like for us to work on together. Okay, and I'll create time to do that for us. Okay, so can you see our crop top? Now can you see the fold I was talking about? Okay, meaning I'll have to notch at this point. Can you see what we have here? Okay, so in order for this to relax, you will need to notch. I did notch to the edge. Okay, notch, but do not notch all the way through your seam. Okay, do not cut through your seam, please. Okay, I didn't notch all the way through, sorry, close to the seam. So you're cutting close to the seam. Okay, now when you turn this over, can you see how well relaxed and neat this is? So I'm going to go ahead now and give this a good press. So guys, we are done with our two-piece set. I feel so excited. Please kindly like, give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so for our top, this is what we have. I'm gonna head to give this a good press. Can you see how beautiful this is? Okay, so simple and beautiful. Okay, and then for our short, this is the beautiful masterpiece that we have here. So I just decided to add a rope here where you can tie this up. Okay, so I just cut a 1 inch strip, folded 1/4 inch, and stitch. And after I was done, I tacked it to the center. Okay, that's what I did. Can you see our waist? And our beautiful shirt is ready. Please kindly give this video a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Till I see you guys on our next tutorial. Sorry, have a blessed day and subscribe, share. Thank you guys.